Heifitz Media
Tower,
Demo.
Papa Hotel, Lima Echo November radio check.
Papa Echo November, good afternoon, read your 5.
Good afternoon, read you 5 and 12, Papa Echo November.
Well, looking back, I'd say ignorance is bliss, but the ignorant sure aren't blissful looking around. Yeah, I'm right on track, can't go back, might as well head on into town. Once you loved a woman strong and true who knows about life and can tell about you, it's hard to settle for any of these with their fist full of fashion and their hair full of bees. With most of the women I meet, I gotta pretend what they think is a man and not what I am. And they run circles around me. It's like they're running from me. I can't tell if they're scared or just think I'm funny. But I think it's got something to do with believing in God. I was out there walking in the kingdom of the Lord, and one night I got lonely, one night I got bored. All of a sudden, along with everything spring, a green plant flowered and started to sing. It sang, "Try me." Try me. Just like that. There was no more temptation than an apple or an orange. It was only natural, no cause for alarm. I nibbled on the leaves. And did you know that everything breathes? Everything. The walls breathe, the tree breathes, the sky breathes. The stars above are full of love and music's just tension and release. At all, not like spilled diesel or grain alcohol or something. I started thinking, hey, maybe the war on drugs is being fought by drunken thugs cracking down on the loving and the fiddling, while all the disappointed parents on Prozac put all their gifted children on Ritalin. And the TV's take defies description. Well, at any rate, live from New York, it's God's prescription. Meanwhile, down in Mississippi, they're voting on the flag. The majority prefers to keep it just the way it is. 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 So now let's try to hold my breath and see how many times I can say it. All right, I'm gonna hold my breath. You tell me how many times I say it, okay? Keep it just the way it is. 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 how I'd save the world. Well, if you were wondering how I'd save the world, me, I'd win the lottery and find me a girl. Until that day, I'll keep casting my spells, trying to fish these words from the wishing well. But I'll keep on looking for that land of the free. And I'm sure it'll be eternally right around the corner from me, with her doing the yes indeed. That was fun.
I'm going in. We're going in. We're going in there. Happy anniversary. Today was my wedding anniversary. Woohoo! Fun night.
I'm back in my body, back behind my eyes. I'm back in control. I'm ready to drive back behind the wheel. Are you ready to ride on into a field off road, into the night, into the night, into the night, into the night.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I just tweeted, posted on Instagram. Oh, I haven't put the chats over top of the opening credits yet for the clean slate. All right, here we go. There they are. And now it's over.
American
Oh,
Idol
God.
is filmed before a live webcast audience.
Hey, that's you. That's you. Hey there. All right. God, I didn't read my sign. I'm supposed to check my hair. I didn't do it. Still got my nice dress shirt on from my second anniversary romantic dinner tonight. That was wonderful. Very fun night. If you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome to American Night Owl. I'm your host, Nathan Moore. It's good to be with you. And I have no idea what I'm going to do each night. Thank you. Looks like the chat font is way bigger than usual. That was sort of cool though. We'll see how it goes. I know how to make it smaller. Been revamping the entire machine here, which is always fun. Baby steps. Baby steps. I would do anything with you. I would do anything with you. I would do anything with you. Go under the ladder, drive at breakneck speed. Oh, the law don't matter, don't care what they don't allow. I'd rob a freight train, take anything you need. In fact, there's one going slow enough by me now. I would do anything with you. I would do anything with you. I would do anything with you. I'd live forever. I'd die tonight. I'd take you home. I'd take you to the moon. We're out on this limb together to the very end. I'll have some of whatever's in your spoon. I would do anything with you. I would do anything with you. I would do anything with you. Now with most people I won't do anything at all. And there's a few with who I do a thing or two. But I would do anything with you. I would do anything with you. I would do anything with you. I'm starting to learn that with that stuck hole in my harmonica, I can blow it out if I look away. There's another one higher up. Just gotta aim it away from the microphone. Speaking of aiming things away, I got a flash for my new camera today. This is getting deep, folks. I'm going in deep to the photography, and hopefully the video stuff. It all happens together, I reckon. But this flash it's amazing. I haven't even really played with it yet, but I can already tell. Before the show, I figured out how it works a little bit, and it's just so cool. And then I watched a few videos on flash photography, and I'm just like, well, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm ready. Send me in to practice, coach. I'm ready, coach. Send me in to practice. Not for the game. No, not for the show. No. But send me in, coach, to practice. Fail, try again, fail better. Fascinating stuff, though. Flash is good. I mean, I got it because I needed it. I was looking at the pictures. Even in daylight, there's light makes shadows, folks. Light makes shadows. So you're like, oh, look, there's all this light. You probably don't need a light because there's all this light. Well, if there's all this light, then there's all these shadows. Even in a bright day, get under a grapevine or something, you got all that shit. That flash will go bam, poof, pop. I got pretty exciting news. I have been invited to do a Heifitz Hootenanny. Now, a lot of people might not know what that is, but here in Stanton, Virginia, we have an institute where young, gifted musicians from all over the world, concert musicians, violinists, symphonies and stuff, that kind of stuff, orchestras. Well, the best of the best come to like summer camps and stuff at this Heifitz Institute here in Stanton, Virginia. It's an amazing thing, and it's been a dream of mine since they've been here. And every time I see something that they do, I'm just like, someday I want to play with Heifitz. Well, I've been invited, and I got to submit my songs soon. I'm so nervous and thinking so hard about it. I get to pick 3 songs, and they're going to come up with some kind of arrangement for them, and we're going to play together. We're going to practice together using their arrangement of my song. Oh my God, I could almost cry. It's so cool. All right, but that's happening in like a few weeks. July 17th, I think, if that date holds. So I've been thinking, I can't wait. Isn't it cool? And hopefully they'll let me film it, take pictures, record it. I'll try to document that so I can share it with you here on the show. There'll be some prime content. Oh man, I'm so excited. So contenders at the moment are, in retrospect, Swaby might remember that one. I don't know if anybody's ever heard that one. It's a really old one. Brad suggested that one. As long as there's one of us standing. To You. Hey, Magpie. To You is another contender, and You Got This from the new Holler and Hope record. So, Magpie, if you're just tuning in, I'm talking about how I get to play 3 songs with like a string quartet of amazing international symphonic students that come to Stanton to the Heifitz Institute every year for summer camp, and they do all kinds of crazy things. Just go to YouTube and type in Heifitz, Heifitz. We might do that together here in a second. Why not? But yeah, Heifitz. Thank you. It's my wedding anniversary today, so we went out to a nice romantic dinner, had a very beautiful night. It was a very lovely day in the evening. And yeah, so I'm still wearing the cool shirt. I'm trying to get better shirts for the show. I'm trying to jazz it up around here, spruce it up for you folks. All right, so I'm talking about the contender songs. There's In Retrospect, To You, As Long as There's One of Us Standing, You Got This. Now, I also, see, the first place my brain went, but now I'm thinking I might be wasting an opportunity. Like, there's all these songs that never stood a chance, but like, the first thing that I thought of, because all I'm really good at the end of the day is failing in the music business. So the first thing I thought of was, what? A symphony? Yes, send me in, coach, to practice with the symphony. First thing I thought of was, I sing for people, places, all outer spaces, travel to castles with kings, sit, wine from the vine in courtyards with pools fed by springs. Now I'm standing in the ruins with the music they played on 100 guitars, still twirling like dancers up in the stars. I sing, bring me back everything I I know the feeling of life at its fullest, brilliant just given the chance. I fill the space between heaven and earth with beauty. I danced. Now I'm sitting in the ruins with the music they played on 100 guitars, still twirling like dancers up in the stars. I see. Bring me back everything I see. You see, I was around when bars filled with clouds swelled at the sight of the band. When death was for the dying and life was for the living, and we waltzed to the dawn hand in hand. Now I'm lying in the ruins with the music they played on 100 guitars, still twirling like dancers up in the stars. I see. Bring me back everything I see. I wonder what the right key for me to sing that is. I'll tell you a couple of things about that song. One is, I wonder what key is the right key in general for all songs. I should really take lessons from the right teacher. The one that is just like immediately like, oh, come on. In your voice, that's G flat all the way, all day. What are you doing? Try it right there. No, don't stress like that. Just, there it is. There it is. Right there. Bam. Oh, where you been all my life? Goodness. Second thing about that song is one of the reasons it is never. I wish somebody would cover that. You know, there's so many of my songs that I just feel like I can't do the best version of it. I was the writer on that one. I didn't necessarily write it for me to perform. I'd like to hear versions of that, like a lot of mine. So when I do it, I always feel like a cheese ball on the sing parts. In the right hands, I know what it's supposed to do, sort of. I can feel it, but I can't do it. So I don't know how to sell those moments. Maybe in the shower, but you can't do that in public. But, and, you know, sometimes, hey, Ben, good to see you. You know, sometimes I just try to give myself to it. Like, come on, just consult your inner croon and let it go. You know, other times I just try to undersell it. Just like, I sing and then have a backup singer. I've done that before with like Sarah Petrus when I have like lofty, beautiful singers. Music played on 100 guitars, twirling like dancers up in the stars. I sing. And then this, I love how long that hold is. It took me years to have the confidence of just being like, no, it's just that long. That's how long it is. I always feel the urge to, all right, come on, come on. And for years, I would shorten those phrases when I was playing with people and it got really iffy. And all of a sudden, we were on unsettled turf. I'd be like, I sing, bring me back. You know, but that's just how long it is, right? Bring me back everything. And I still go for it here, even though I'm just not really a singer, folks. In a way, I'm not really a singer. I'm a salesman. I'm just trying to sell you these songs. Storyteller. That's probably a more palatable term. But when it comes to these moments of like really sort of asking singing to be sung, I'm just like, I'm not sure I'm the droid I'm the guy you want. I'm not sure I'm the guy I want singing that cool part of the song. It's just like, you know, it would be like if Tarantino wrote himself into not small parts. Swaver says, I don't buy it. You're all of that. all of what? Sing for. See, what I wish I could do is just sing like there's nobody watching, you know? Oh, the music they play on 100 guitars, still twirling like dancers up in the stars I see. Bring me back everything I see. Oh, God. Oh, sorry. I didn't know if anybody was here. God, sorry you had to see that. Whew. Yeah, well, what's going on? Got any snacks? My voice is a little bit shaky. I've been drinking. It just keeps being good reasons to drink. I don't drink unless there's a good reason. But lately, there's just so many good reasons. Here's the original key. Is this better? I sing. I know the beauty of life at its fullest, brilliant just given the chance. I fill the space between heaven and earth with beauty. I danced. Now I'm sitting, lying in the ruin, with the music they played on 100 guitars, still twirling like dancers up in the stars. I sing. Bring me back everything I say. Oh, that's a new sound. Oh, thank you, Honey Hive. Me too. It's my second wedding anniversary tonight. We went out to a nice romantic dinner. Cheers, everyone. All right, so the next contender was To You. I think Lex volunteered that one, which, as you know, it has that nice little hook, which they might enjoy. We should crank up these fake strings and really picture them. I might need to get a tuner. Oh, where's the tuner? You can't talk to who's not listening. You can't tell them what they might need to hear. You can't show them what would open their eyes. And if they saw you surprised, you disappear. And it's just such blindness, such deafness, which is killing us slow and killing us sure. But there's just no way that they won't be the poison. There's just no way that you can be the cure. I know it hurts to feel such pain when so easily inside you just save 'em. But turn not to judge, no please you remain. You remind me of the well I wish in. Does that mean give up? Why, yes it does. Pull up your britches, let's dance in the mud. Love is yours still, it's forever sweet. Such has always been the glory, the blood. And as the master of music simply put it, it is what you don't, it's not what you do. So a toast to what the spring shall bring, to us, to truth, tonight, to you. Sang the verses in the wrong order. I flipped the third and fourth verse, but I sang them all, so almost ready for the game, Coach. That's a contender. That's one. And, of course, one of my first thoughts was also The Way Back Home. I think I know the way back home. I think I know the way back home. I didn't mean to stray so far, I was following a shining star. In the middle of the day it vanished, and with the night just came the dark. I met a wise old man, strange singer. He pointed down the road, his crooked finger. He gave me his hat, and that was that. I've been stung by fate's stinger. Now I think I know the way back home. I think I know the way back home. Okay, I admit I fell in with the floating aces, but even they had their saving graces. I remember the first time we walked on air, the laughter, the looks on their faces. And every great leap lands in the hand of something even greater that you can't possibly understand. And those who think they know don't leap, and those who leap don't know a damn. I think I know the way back home. I think I know the way back home. Line the Linden Street like the trees with the heart-shaped leaves. And I said to walls, if I gave you mine, then what could I give to these? She said a river of music, a cobblestone bed, a brass bridge and boots of lead. And if that's what you want, then that's what you're getting. She said, go ahead. I think I know the way back home. 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 That's always a fun one. Oh, Swaby says that should be at the top of the list, huh? You think? It is tough to pick three. I want to do them all. How about all of them? 1,000 times. All of them 1,000 times, please. And then there's Kethra really wants as long as there's one of us standing, and I think it's such a good call, but I have the Davis version in my head so big I never know quite how to play it, because I just hear that huge energy, and so then I try to make it a folk song, and then I'm just like, and I'm like, no. So, but maybe with the string quartet, could be the move. Could be the move. I've been overwhelmed by the task at hand. Screamed impossible to the silent stars, but traveled far and wide across our sacred land, sharing the wine in the churches and bars. And I'd say, wipe the tears you shed from fear they've won. I've come to tell you the revolution marches on. Go ahead and give your heart back to the rising sun. What's right is right, it's never wrong. And as long as there's one of us standing, 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 we may always be needed more than ever. For those who seek to punish all they fear may always be growing in number in a world that gets more frightening every year. But we fight for that day, not because it comes, but because it is upon us as we speak. And white doves fly from off your tongue when you lift your voice for the weak. As long as there's one of us standing, hear those strings in your head. As long as there's one of us standing, as long as there's one of us standing, as long as there's one of us standing. Look at that necklace. You see, love is not some fragile flower. It's one that breaks the sidewalk just to bloom. And even God said there is no higher power than the lily or the love inside of you. So if you're out there looking for answers, you gotta know that you are the light in someone's dark. Same way we're swept away by the dancers, sung by the morning lark. As long as there's one of us standing, 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 as long as there's one of us standing. That could be a good one. Sorry, some of those pictures were sideways. I think those are the ones I dragged over from our phones. I hadn't gotten to those yet. All right, here's Magpie's thoughts. Some of your songs, the weight is more in the lyrics than the composition of the song per se, while others are more interesting musically and stand strong that way. This one is more anthemic and less melodically complex, if that makes sense. I'm not sure that would carry to an orchestra. I mean, absolutely. And those are the questions you ask for each one. And then, but on the other hand, it all sort of comes down to arrangement. We'd be surprised how simple, complex seeming arrangements are at their core. And sort of like I hummed a little bit there on those choruses. As long as there's one of us standing. I mean, what are they doing there? Are they going? Something simple like that, or are they like? I don't know. I mean, who knows? You know, this guy is going to come up with an arrangement, so. All it comes down to what he hears in his head. I'm so fascinated. I cannot wait. I mean, worst case scenario, it's going to be amazing for me. Worst case scenario. So yeah, it all depends. Now, Brad's pick was a song you guys might not even know. I won't even remember all the words right now, but I think I remember the gist of it. It's probably because some arrangement he heard in his head when he was like, "Oh, if I could arrange one, it would be that In Retrospect song." I'm like, "What?" I never played that song. He just remembered it. I should get a tuner. I can't tune, especially with that effect on there. I could just cut it off, but hold on a second. We'll be right back. American Night Out.
This evening, Nathan and Petra Moore.
Once she caught my eye, I stopped flying, fell right from the sky. I was grounded, I was walking around blind, I was bumping into things, it was fun. Once she called my name, that was it, never gonna be the same. I was playing a whole new game, one I'd already won, I'd already won, I'd already. Once she took my hand, I was standing in a different land. I was different, was a brand new man. There was nothing I'd ever done. Once she kissed my lips, I was sipping on like a guard had tossed it, looked like times were hard. I looked under everything, I looked undone. Once I saw her smile, I started thinking for a little while, and started sinking back into my trial. One I'd already won, I'd already won, I'd already. I'm a beggar, not a chooser. She chose me, she's mine. Now I'm the greatest loser of all time. I'm the greatest loser of all time. I'm the greatest loser of all time. Come on over, see me shine. I'm the greatest loser of all time. Come on over, see me shine. I'm the greatest loser of all time. Come on over, see me shine. I'm the greatest loser of all time.
Every ocean and the sun, the earth. Your heart will kindle my heart. Take my heart, take my heart, kindle it with your heart. And my heart cannot be kindled without you. Your heart will kindle my heart.
My love is your love. You're certain to succeed in our love song. Could fly a mountain, rise over heartache, just like in a film. If there's reason to feel the hard times, to lay down the hard line.
All right, hot tip. We went to the Dirty Dancing Lodge for our honeymoon. It was filmed here in Virginia, so we went there. And so we had to do it. Oh, did it show the when she jumped up and I held her up above me? Did it show that part? We nailed it in the pool, I'll tell you that much.
Cosmic, magpie, tie-dye.
Two years.
Cosmic, magpie, tie-dye.
check them out on Etsy. Boy, I tell you what, there's just nothing like these buttons working. American Night Owl. It's just such a relief. The buttons are freaking working. Clean slate. Just had to start all the way over from scratch again. With Lex on Friday night, I did the same thing. Broke it all down to a clean slate, applying what I've learned over the last year, and now things are just. I don't want to jinx myself. I'm knocking on wood as I say all this. So nice, so nice. All right, so here's Brad's pick. See what you think. I won't remember all the words, but I think I remember the gist of it. I should have practiced, but I did tune up, so you don't have to deal with that at least. It's sort of professional. In retrospect, I must admit I was in love. I didn't know it then, but I was. It came so easy and it felt so good, I thought it always would. Been missing now for years. I always thought I'd be forever lasting lines for golden treasure, married well after the fun. I always thought I'd be together, thinking love is like the weather, spring must come. Been missing now for years. Just a lot of talking, a lot of walking round in circles looking for her again. All I'm asking you, my Lord, is give me just one more try, another love. I swear this time I'll recognize that easy feeling, the pillow laughter, the arriving car for what they are. Been missing now for years. Just a lot of talking, a lot of walking round. All right. Just a lot of talking, a lot of walking round in circles, searching for her again. In retrospect, I must admit I was in love. I didn't know it then, but I was. Something like that. God, what words did I leave out? So Swaby says, good thinking on this song, Brad. Yeah, he pulled that one right out. A song I never would have thought of in a million years. 2 million. I probably would have thought of it in 2 million years. Come on. Is that it? No, wait. And then, thank you. He's hoping they can reach us, you know, life's finest teachers, the ones to show us how to do what must be done. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly. The nuts and bolts of flying to the sun. But who can show us where to look? How will we know what must be done? I know it's written in 1,000,000 books, but we can't read every one. Some say God has a plan for every woman, child, and man. Of all the things to think that might be true. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly. I can't play piano, can you? But who can show us what it meant when first a string tied to a bow? How do we find our instrument? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? It's a sort of prayer to get up and go out there, to know your feet can find a sacred path. And I don't mean abstractly, I mean matter-of-factly. Once you're on it, you ain't ever looking back. I have no idea how it works from where we get our gifts, but each of us, I'm sure, something nobody else is. You got this, you got this, you got this. You got this, you got this, you got this. You got this, you got this. I wonder if they sing, you got this. I bet they will on this. You got this. Magpie says, I think a good test would be to play them without singing, either hum or play kazoo throughout. See how they feel to listen to without the words. That's definitely, I definitely see what you're saying. But I'm not convinced. I'm not sold that that's necessarily the best approach. Mostly because I don't know this arranger. But, because what would I play on kazoo in terms of what the arrangement would actually be? Like if I did that song, it wouldn't be interesting at all. But if you see what Arno came up with for the song, that I can't even do it. I mean, my challenge to that, I thought of Plain as Day too. Goodness. Because when I try to think of songs that it wouldn't work, I could still come up with a complex kazoo part to go over it. Even if it was a song that would be really boring, like Back in 15 Minutes. And it's right around. You just never know. What would George Martin do? because they can take those simple chord progressions and almost come up with, they're almost freer to do all kinds of crazy stuff. It's a tough call. I have so many. You should hear the clamor inside my head of these songs beating each other up, trying all kinds of ploys to get to the front of the line. I hear them back there now. It's a mass casualty event at this point. I mean, they are tripping over each other. Some are just being sneaky, some are being downright mean, trying to skip to the front of this line. I don't approve of it, but I just haven't come up with any alternative. It could be a lot, or I can put them all in a hat. How about if y'all don't behave, I'm gonna put y'all in a hat and just pick you randomly. Let fate decide. You're being jerks. Sorry, just had to have a word with my songs. What would GM do? GM. Oh, George Martin. Okay, got it. That's exactly right. You want to know a good podcast is In the Studio with the Beatles. I forget exactly what it's called, but just look that up on any of the podcast services. And they really like break down tracks and how they were recorded, and they go deep, and they even like bring in quartets and stuff and say the interesting thing that George Martin did here was he had the bassoon blah blah do this, and they would demonstrate the theory and the effect behind the employment of that technique. All the stuff they invented, they started out without multi-tracks, and then were the first to really dive into, Sgt. Pepper's was made with 4 tracks or something crazy. They came up with all kinds of techniques for making that happen, and this podcast does a really good job making you feel like you're sort of there in the room with them as it's happening. In the Studio with the Beatles. I'll tell you what, if you have a home recording setup whatsoever, or just an app for that, or however you roll, you're going to start recording after you listen to that podcast. You're like, oh my goodness, I wonder what that dryer would sound like hooked up to the food processor. Just try to tie a string around the piano cable. Plain as day. That could be a good one. I don't know where my kazoo is. I always feel a little bad about that. Oh, I just found my tuner on the ground. I was looking all over for you. That's what I should say in the email. Let's do 4. If you saw a UFO, what would you do? What if it appeared only to you? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if the alien was a girl? Gave you a message for the world. Would you let everybody know? Or would you just let it go? 'Cause what if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane? Knowing what you saw, plain as day. What if the voice of God spoke right to you, right out loud? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if God gave you the word?
gave you a message for the world, would you let everybody know? Or would you just let it go? Cause what if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane, knowing what you heard, plain as day? Saw a miracle, what would you do? What if the miracle was you? Would you let everybody know? Or would you just let it go? I know. What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane, knowing what you saw? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane, knowing what you are? Plain as day. That's a good call. It's a good call. Could you hear me feeling the orchestra inside me there at the end? I'd never held that out in my life, but I heard them. I'll give them time. Let them swell. Let it build. Holy moly. Can we just do all of them 1,000 times, please? It's going to... I'm not even gonna, I might just spontaneously combust, because it's finally going to sound like in the real world what it sounded like in my head all these years. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it. I might break. This could be it, folks. Really. American Night Owl. Ah, yeah, here's one from Willie T. I'll be back with a leaving song.
You were crazy's child, raised in a different kind of wild. When the whirlwind came, you rode it out in style. Took your smile and it dropped you on a crooked mile. It's alright, I understand. Nothing can be easy when you're dealt that hand. Nothing's ever easy for a fighting man. You were the hardest one. You had the hardest time. When your body broke down, you kept it running on wine. You got hard to find as it eased your haunted mind. It's alright, I understand. Nothing can be easy when you're dealt that hand. Nothing's ever easy for a fighting man. far away. Sitting in your chair at home, just hoping that those thoughts don't come. Well, this fight's not done, and you know you're not the only one. It's alright, I understand. Nothing can be easy when you're dealt that hand. Nothing's ever easy for a fighting man. And I understand. Nothing's ever easy when you're dealt that hand. Nothing's ever easy for a fighting man.
Found the volume for you right at the end of the song. Just getting it at the end.
Towels hum, make it stop.
Make it hot.
Soft towels hum.
I'm gonna go eat the leftovers from our fancy dinner. I had the paella. She had the risotto.
Hey, got my winnings today from Tao's Hum, from OK Google It, from Nathan Moore and his dad's trivia contest. And I won that for being smarter and faster with my answers than anybody else. Imagine that. Smart, fast, Rob Tobin. Who would have thunk? Nobody.
Towels hum, make it stop. Hot sauce, towels hum, make it stop. Hot sauce.
I can already tell I'm gonna have to order more for backup. And this is going on a Christmas list for brothers. Indeed. Amazing.
Get you some. Taos Hum.
Make it stop.
Plat Zap's standing by here, highly recommending these products. I really like what they're doing, and these Pepper guys, I mean, there ought to be a whole
They were in the
cartoon
disco.
series based on these characters, because I feel like there's a backstory for each of them.
They were
All
in
right,
the
thanks
disco.
again. It's good. So I'm gonna just sing the jingle for you one more time. Towels hum, make it stop. Hot sauce. That's the jingle.
Use code word hippie. Get you some.
Make it stop.
Make it stop. Make it
Nice transition. Way to go, Sam. American Night Out. I know how it will end. It just hit me. It just hit me. It just came to me. This is a song Kether and I wrote together. Let's see. How should I play it? See if that's even ballpark. What if you decided? Oh. What if you discovered all your thinking didn't matter? Would that shatter too much? Would that be a relief? What if you did not need to believe? I'd love to hear you then, my friend, the things you'd never say again. The words you're spinning in the wind, they're all tied to soldiers marching. Whoa! What if you decided to reveal all that you're hiding like Lady Godiva riding naked through the town? Then what if they beat you down? So you say you love my friend like it won't be said again, as if all the walls weren't creeping in and all the toms weren't peeping. Whoa! discovered all your thinking didn't matter. Would that shatter too much, or would that be some relief? What if you did not need to believe? I'd love to hear you then, my friend. The things you'd never say again, the words you're spinning in the wind, they're all tied to soldiers marching. Whoa. Be silly. Be honest. Always trust your cape. This is the leaving song. You know what that means. I can't tear myself away. I love you. See you tomorrow night. Here's your poem. Oh my goodness. Arrange that. That can be arranged. Arrange that. That can be arranged. Arrange that. That can be arranged. Oh, goodness.
I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true. And it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart.
Perfect. You know, Swaby, that was the first song I thought of. Welcome to the Real World. It's the first one I thought of. But then, I don't know.